Hey everyone, welcome back to PokeMarketLab. Today we are going to take a look at Obsidian Flames and see how well, or not well, this set has stacked up to other Scarlet and Violet releases. So buckle up and let's get into it. We're going to take a look at these booster box prices first. This did come out in August of 2023, so we're just past that 1 year mark, and so we only have 1 year worth of data here on TCG Player. And these boxes have run up recently, and the sell volume is actually doing really well. And I think that this product, this set specifically, has taken advantage of the focus and the money pouring into Scarlet and Violet. And the boxes have dried up pretty well here, with only 333 listed on TCG Player. Total sold boxes, though, is pretty down compared to other sets. Even Paradox Rift and Temporal Forces sold way more boxes. So that means this was either underprinted or there's a lot more boxes sitting on shelves somewhere, and the market depth is deeper than this. We don't know, but yeah, again, TCG Player is looking pretty good. This is at a 24% run up over the past year. But what we're going to see as we dive into more data on this set and the singles is that the booster box is being treated differently than the singles in the set. It's kind of weird. They're kind of diverging a little bit here. And one thing I wanted to point out is the Obsidian Flames Pokemon Center exclusive ETB has done very well. And again, this just goes to show you that if you have a really solid promo card here, you get that Charmander looking at the window there. If you have a really good solid promo, then the Pokemon Center ETB can do its own thing completely separate of the set. And I truly believe that these earlier Scarlet and Violet Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes were definitely short printed, and there's only 21 of these at all listed on TCG Player right now, which is pretty crazy. So these, you can see the sell volume here in the last couple months, in the last month or two, is pretty high. So these there's nothing stopping this from hitting 200 or so, I would say, pretty soon. But definitely a solid product in this set. Now let's take a look at Obsidian Flames total value of cards in set compared to some other sets here. And this set hurts badly because of just a lower number. The pull rates hurt in this set. It's a smaller set than other sets here. And you can see only $259 of value in all singles in this set. Even worse than Scarlet and Violet base, which I was actually really even surprised to see there. That was pretty bad. So not holding up well in terms of singles value. Now that doesn't mean the singles aren't good to look at, that they don't have good art. I certainly do think there is, but we'll paint a little bit of a story here as we get into the singles. And yeah, so let's look at some of the art here in this set. And again, it's not a terrible set. It's just that the market really had, number one, the pull rates on the set were really easy. And I think that's as clear as day a signal to anyone out there that really good pull rates sounds good, right? Hey, I'm gonna open a good, get a good card when I open a box. But in terms of the market, it definitely hurts box values. It hurts singles values. It puts a lot of singles into the market. And with singles, lots of singles in the market, the price of those singles suffers. And if the price of the singles suffers, often the box price suffers. Now, again, we're seeing a little bit of divergence here where the booster box is starting to run up in price. It's actually doing pretty well compared to a Temporal Forces or Paradox Rift, but that's not the case with the singles. Now, the singles have done some appreciation. It's just, there's just not a lot of value to go around. Again, it's the good pull rates in the set. And you can see here, you can look at top 20 cards by value sorted out here. So we have that Charizard EX. SIR is really the only chase, but even that is only a little above $50 per card there. And it just drops off quickly. You got one card above, other than that chase card, above $20, and everything else is about a $10 hit. And hit's probably a strong word. Again, good cards, good artwork, but it's just, the value, again, the pull rates are just means we got plenty of singles in the market here. And you can see pull rates here quite a bit better than some of the SIRs that are in the 400 packs a pop in other Scarlet and Violet sets. And again, the story here with the singles that you'll see is they've all done really well in terms of appreciation. They've all done well in volume. And this may be a set that actually, if you're a singles person and you're looking to invest in singles, this may be an opportunity here to kind of hop in and pick up some singles before they run up further, because I think the market's starting to see some value here. Again, from an artwork standpoint, I think there is value. So let's look at that Charizard EX SAR, a nice 18% return in the last 3 months. Great volume, as you can see. I mean, we're seeing 20 every week or so here, every few days. An average daily sell of 9 per day. And the only problem, again, you get 150 of these on the market, which is fairly rare for an SAR. Again, that's the pull rate dumping product into the market. But what I think is going to happen is, as those boxes start to increase in value, that's going to put some resistance on opening. So it could help these singles. And again, I think there's people are looking at that. They're looking at Scarlet and Violet in general. And I think Obsidian Flames is certainly benefiting from that. But we were seeing booster boxes for a while, until fairly recently for about 100. And now they've really recently run up. This Charizard EX Hyper Rare, again, doing very well, 17% return in the last 3 months. Great volume here. Again, just hurt by the fact that there's plenty on the market. Beautiful card in person. Pidgeot EX, I have one of these in person. Gorgeous card. I know it looks a little cartoonish on the screen, but trust me, in person it looks fantastic. Again, yeah, a little bit of a return here, almost flat, I'd say, over the last 3 months, but volume's good. But again, you got 270 of them listed on TCG Player, so just having a hard time breaking through that volume before these cards can really start to run up. Take a look at the next three. Ninetales, same thing. You got a 13% increase over the last few months. Decent volume, but again, a lot of them listed here. This Charizard EX, again, good volume, a lot listed here. So again, you can kind of see the pattern here. They're climbing. They're doing very well for the top 6 cards to have appreciated some in the last few months. Typically with a set, you're seeing up and down, left and right. You're seeing some good returns, but just look at the prices on these cards. I mean, $8, $8, $12, and we're looking at the top 6 in that set. And again, you're just so much volume getting dumped into the market. Yeah, so to wrap things up, if you're a sealed investor, collector on the sealed side, $125 a box, I think, is a little rich compared to something like, again, a Paradox Rift or Temporal Forces, where we have much better strength in the singles in the set, tougher pull rates. I don't know what happened with the pull rates on Obsidian Flame. It's a smaller set. I figure the Pokemon Company knows that pull rates and what that does on the market in terms of singles, and what the singles prices does to the box price. So it depends how long you're looking here. I mean, if we're talking a really long time horizon, one thing I don't think I've talked about yet, is the singles prices and the box price start to diverge as time goes on. Meaning, the boxes become rare enough that they're their own collectibles, regardless of the cards that are inside them. The card value in them at some point starts to not matter as much. Not that it's not completely important, but it stops mattering as much. So if you were talking 5 years of holding boxes, I think it's a decent box to get. Again, $124 a box. There are other boxes you can get that have better singles. There's what I would say, a better foundation underneath that box. If you're looking to open, I mean, there's the pull rates are great. So for a regular set, typically these kind of pull rates you'd see in like a Crown Zenith or something, a specialty set where it's just kind of expected. And booster box like this, it's just it's a little weird. So again, I think the prices kind of run up a little bit. I think there could be an opportunity in singles. I'm not a singles guy. I like singles for their artwork and collectability. I don't chase after them. I've gotten burned so many times. It's especially when you're dealing with just artwork. It's really hard to predict what the market's going to like. Certainly some cheap singles. So if you're looking to pick some up just for the art, I mean, you can't go wrong. I've got the Pidgeot. I've got the Charizard EX SAR. I think there's good art here. Again, if it's some really good single opportunities to pick some stuff up that you want for your collection. So. An okay set, but again, I think the thesis here is your money. I think you have more upside potential, upside opportunity in some other sets. Again, a Temporal Forces, a Paradox Rift, especially going into Black Friday here. Those boxes were still about $100, but the market's starting to focus on that. So those are going to start to go up. Those are decent sets. So that's it for today. We will see you on the next one. Take care.